Victor has a lot of clues inside his head that it still needs unlocking. And I think part of the unlocking is to be with the right person, to talk to the right, you know, the right moment. Because we've seen Victor kind of like evade the questions, like no, 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 it's too much, it's too much, which is overwhelming to him. But I think this season he's gonna give us a lot, and it's gonna be a lot with his father. It's gonna be great. You're gonna love it.
Hi, Catalina. I'm Kristen Maldonado from Pop Culture Planet. It's so great to chat with you. We actually met once at Tribeca Film Festival for Custody, so it's great to chat with you again.
Long time ago. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I gotta say, I love this show so much. I think it's the best show on TV. Um, it's just so cool the way that you guys explore everything. And so I just want to jump right in. Why do you think this town allowed Tabitha to get away, and how do you think her experiences out in the real world are going to affect everyone?
Well, that's gonna definitely be an answer this season why Tabitha was able to leave town. Everything is gonna make sense at the end of the season. Everything has a reason why. Nothing is gratuitous, and I love that. I love that about this series because nothing is just because. Everything has a reason, and this season you're gonna find a lot of answers.
I'm excited for that. I know me along with all the other viewers, we're looking at all the little Easter eggs, all the little details. We notice something, we're like, wait, is she even really out of here? Like what's going on?
Easter eggs. They have so many Easter eggs, which I love because my child loves the show. And then when he goes back, he's like, ah, what about that? And what about this? And like little things that the creators and the producers just place in perfect moments for the people that are really watching the show and like the little egg hunt. They will find it. They will find a lot.
I love that your child is also watching along and doing the same thing as us.
Yes. He wants me to tell what happens and what the end. I'm like, I don't know. You just have to wait until the episodes come out.
Things this season seem to tie back to Victor. I mean, with you meeting his father, the paintings his mother made, even their own glass bottle tree. What makes him so central to this story, and why is your character sort of following in his mother's footsteps and being able to see and connect with all of these things?
I mean, Victor is the character that knows more about the town because he's been there for a very long time. For Tabitha to find Victor's dad, I think that's a very cool connection, and you'll see why it was Victor's dad throughout the season. Um, it's something that Victor has a lot of clues inside his head that it still needs unlocking. And I think part of the unlocking is to be with the right person, to talk to the right you know the right moment, because we've seen Victor kind of like evade the questions, like no, 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 it's too much, it's too much, which is overwhelming to him. But I think this season he's gonna give us a lot, and it's gonna be a lot with his father. It's gonna be great. You're gonna love it.
Tabitha does return to the town with Victor's dad, and the people are just really like hoping to repeat her process, and clearly that doesn't work. I guess, why do you think that it's not as easy for everyone else to kind of replicate what Tabitha has done?
I think it's because another reporter asked me if they're calling me the chosen one, the character, the chosen one, and I think it makes sense because I think if there has to be with I don't know how to explain that without spoiling more and more, but I don't think anyone can just go through that tree and come out the other side.
Mhm.
Um, as in season one, Victor explains to Ethan with a rock, we throw this rock here and it just appears somewhere else and suddenly drops behind them. You never know when you're gonna end up. Boyd ends up in like a little tunnel. Sarah ends up, I don't know where she ends up, like back in the church, I believe. So I think it has a mind of its own, and it just takes you wherever that the tree wants. And for me to be able to leave town, you have to see season two, where it's a lot of suffering with the kids. It's a lot of suffering with her inner family, and then she starts seeing these children that are terrifying. But then it's all in connection. The little eggs everywhere. If you go back to season two, when you finish this season, you're like, oh right, it makes sense.
I'm curious because this show is so, intense with all these wild storylines. I know we had talked to Harold, and he had said that there's something that comes up in the season that was his own personal fear, and like kind of talking about that difficulty in separating, even as an actor, like all the scary stuff that you guys are tackling in the show and themes versus like your own real life. And I was wondering if you have had an experience like that on the show as well.
For sure. I think when she leaves town, it's she doubts if that's reality. She doubts if this is another game of the town that is putting in her mind. And I think that's my worst fear. It's like, if you lose your mind, like what would happen if you lose your mind, if you don't have any capability of like recognizing good from bad, or the people that you love, or like forget names, or forget where you are, forget to swallow, forget to go to the bathroom. That's Alzheimer's is like terrifying to me. Or any kind of psychosis. I think that's terrifying, and I think that's something that I experience playing Tabitha this season, because she doesn't know if this is the real outside world. She doesn't know if this is real. She doesn't know um, if this is another game. So
Mhm.
that's terrifying to me.
Well, I want to thank you so much for your time. Congratulations. I can't wait to see the rest of this season and just be shook and see all those little Easter eggs. So, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kristen. Thank you so much.
Consider subscribing if you like this video and get even more entertainment news at popcultureplanet.net. See ya!